A tarnished silver spoon rests by my tea. It holds no sugar now, just memory. My mother used to stir her bitter blend and tap the rim to signal time to end. I count the years by porcelain worn thin. Where does the story fade and when begin? The clock still ticks the afternoon away, while golden sunlight turns to slate and gray. The kitchen floor remembers how we danced before the heavy fog of time advanced. A simple tune whistled through the screen, the happiest days that I have ever seen. I count the years by porcelain worn thin. Where does the story fade and when begin? The clock still ticks the afternoon away, while golden sunlight turns to slate and gray. I reach across the wood to touch the past. Some moments are too delicate to last. Yet sitting here alone I find my peace, as quiet shadows give the room release. The spoon stays still beside the cooling cup. I fold my hands and gently lift them up. The evening comes to tuck the day to rest. Of all my years I love the quiet best. Distant taxi horn down the block. We used to count the coins to buy a Coke and watch the rusted hands upon the clock before our early laughter turned to smoke. Your favorite heavy coat still hangs behind the wooden door we painted navy blue. I wonder if you left it there to find, when all the world was simple and was new. Old photographs are turning soft and brown. We walk these cracking sidewalks of the town. No heavy suitcase carried us apart, just time sliding gently through the heart. The milkman leaves a bottle at the door. I pour 2 cups the way we did before, and look across the empty kitchen kitchen chair to see if you are sitting, waiting there. The afternoon is fading on the floor. I lock the wooden bolt upon the door until tomorrow brings the street lamp light. I whisper names into the quiet night. The scent of toasted barley fills the lane, dusting the copper kettles on the stove. He counts the iron buttons on his coat and thinks of gravel roads they used to rove. A heavy wicker basket on her arm, 2 tickets crumpled in a cotton glove. They traded summer wages for a charm and left the valley seeking out above. An empty bench beside the grocery store, where autumn leaves would pile knee-deep and high. He tips his worn-out fedora to the door, while silent neighborhood pigeons flutter by. The butcher pulls the latch at 4:30 and hangs the leather sign to read close tight. A radio is playing down the floor with songs they dance to in the fading light. He traces silver patterns in the glass, where condensation blurs the fading street, and watches 50 years of seasons pass with slow and steady shuffling of his feet. The copper kettle cools upon the ring. He turns the heavy deadbolt in the lock and whispers to the quiet room till spring, while counting seconds on the kitchen clock. A single thought cuts sharply through the quiet hall before the wooden clock begins its 4-beat chime. The slanted beam of afternoon along the wall catches 1,000 dust motes drifting out of time. I see the hallway runner where you used to stand, with 2 brown paper bags turnpike down to Atlantic shore. You folded up the road map with a crease along the sea and rolled the window halfway down to share the breeze with me. The sunset threw our silhouette against the gravel lane before we ever learned to watch the summer turn to rain. The mantle holds your teacup from that seaside town, a faded cobalt rim with 3 small hairline cracks. Outside the frosted window pane, the dusk drops down while tires hiss softly on the wet asphalt tracks. I pull the knitted blanket higher on my knees, listening for footsteps in the maple trees. The spool of memory rewinds across the floor. We drove the coastal turnpike down to Atlantic shore. You folded up the road map with a crease along the sea and rolled the window halfway down to share the breeze with me. The sunset threw our silhouette against the gravel lane before we ever learned to watch the summer turn to rain. A passing headlight sweeps across the ceiling, plaster wide, illuminating every secret that we used to hide. For just 2 seconds in the glow, your laughter fills the room, dispelling all the chilly shadows and the quiet gloom. The headlight fades away into the avenue. I set the teacup down upon the saucer tray. The clock counts 4 more seconds in the gentle blue and keeps your gentle smile until the close of day.
Did the milk truck turn at 5 before the curtains blinked against the pane? A copper kettle whistling half alive above a blue enamel gas ring's flame. Old photographs curl slow inside a drawer where folded cotton smells of lavender. An apron hangs behind the pantry door, and nobody is coming back for her. Paper boys would whistle down the drive with heavy sacks of ink and newsprint grease. A world so loud and clumsy and alive that bought its daily 2-cent slice of peace. Old photographs curl slow inside a drawer where folded cotton smells of lavender. An apron hangs behind the pantry door, Somebody is coming back for her. Footsteps echo up the wooden stair. Though all the boots are packed in cedar wood, I reach my hand to touch the empty air and find the autumn sitting where it stood. The tea is cool before the cup is put down on the oilcloth table by the wall. A sparrow lands upon the garden root, and evening lets the heavy shadows fall.
Reminds me of hours behind that door. You worried so much about getting it right, with ink-stained fingers laid into the night. You saved every ticket from every train, convinced that the distance was proof of pain. I wish I could tap on your window pane and tell you to stop hiding from the rain. Youth is a jacket that quickly grows small. You left all the wide open to fall. No map in your pocket, no coin in the cup, yet somehow you managed to carry it up. That blue woolen sweater has long since unraveled, along with the roads that we never traveled. You practiced your speeches in front of the glass, afraid that the moment would shatter and pass. Youth is a jacket that quickly grows small. You left all the windows wide open to fall. No map in your pocket, no coin in the cup, yet somehow you managed to carry it up. I sit in the kitchen and pour out the tea, toasting the ghost that you used to be. The room is so quiet, the evening is deep, and promises made are finally kept. The amber glow falls heavy on the wood. where strangers sit the way old neighbors should. You fold your paper around the daily news and ask me if I mind the autumn blues. We share a table near the steaming urn while waiting for the traffic lights to turn. Your woolen scarf is frayed around the hem, reminding me of things we lose. And then I thought I recognized your weathered hand across this crowded room in foreign land. You smiled and stirred your coffee black and sweet before the rain begins to flood the street. You trace a circle on the formica and speak of winters in America. I nod along and watch the cups align, your fleeting youth entangled here with mine. I thought I recognized your weathered hand across this crowded room in foreign land. You smiled and stirred your coffee black and sweet before the rain begins to flood the street. We never learned each other's given name, yet somehow every memory is the same. The whistle blows and calls you to your train. I fold my coat against the rising rain. Your empty seat stays warm against the chill and leaves a quiet space to dream our fill. You said the mailbox door was hanging loose again, a tiny click of zinc against the painted wood. I touched the iron latch where rust has settled in, and thought of how you fixed it when you understood. The calendar still shows the month of August leaves, although the winds outside have turned to autumn gray. A sparrow built a nest beneath the garage eaves, using the scraps of twine you left out yesterday. Old coats hang empty by the cellar stair. A stray dog pauses near the garden gate. I count the teacups sitting on the oak and wonder if the clock remembers how to wait. Your reading glasses rest beside the silver lamp, folded blurs the snapshot tucked inside the yellowed age. Every floorboard has a voice I learned by heart, creaking softly when the heavy weather nears. Time is just a quiet room that drifts apart, measured out in kitchen salt and passing years. I lock the wooden door and pull the heavy bolt. The porch light flickers once before it fades away. I hold your heavy coat against my resting hand and keep the quiet promise that you made to stay. The faded wool of that winter coat still holds the shape of your narrow shoulder. I touch the cuff with a steady thumb and watch the empty room grow colder. 40 years of turning pages, drifting down the narrow hall. Now the dust motes catch the sunlight, dancing softly on the wall. We spent our nickels on cherry pies at the station, waiting for trains that carried us far from relation. You mended my trousers with blue cotton thread while the neighbors were sleeping in quilts on the bed. A photograph tucked in a paperback book shows us smiling beside the water. You wore a ribbon of emerald green before the years brought grief and laughter. Time is a river that never runs backward, leaving us shells on the pebbled shore. Yet I still hear your footsteps climbing the timber, pausing a moment before the back door. We spent our nickels on cherry pies at the station, waiting for trains that carried us far from relation. You mended my trousers with blue cotton thread while the neighbors were sleeping in quilts on the bed. The milk bottles rattle against the front stoop just like they did when the century turned. I carry your letters inside of my pocket and keep up the fire that slowly has burned. I fold up the wool and I turn off the lamp, closing the book where your pressed flowers stay. The evening descends on the quiet back porch as I fold up the clothes you were wearing that day. day. The copper number 3 keeps ticking through the wood on that tall standing clock we bought in our old town. I picture how we'll walk where yellow maples stood with slower, heavier shoes as daylight settles down. You'll find your reading glasses resting on the shelf and tell the same old joke you made when we were young. The kettle starts to whistle low, a gentle sound from long ago. We will open up the cedar chest beneath the hall window pane, counting postcards that we carried home through every spring of rain, while the vinyl needle traces grooves of records nearly worn, finding all the tender promises we whispered before we were gray and torn. The silver number 8 will show upon the stove when dinner plates are washed and stacked beside the sink. We'll talk about the seaside road and shaded cove and pour sweet chamomile before we stop to think. Your hands will hold my fingers steady in the glow, remembering the dance halls where we used to run. The garden breeze will turn the shade of every sweet decision made. We will open up the cedar chest beneath the hall window pane, counting postcards that we carried home through every spring of rain, while the vinyl needle traces grooves of records nearly worn, finding all the tender promises we whispered before we were gray and torn. It feels so far away until tomorrow pulls us near, to live through all the ordinary seasons of the year, until the wrinkles round your eyes are maps of joy we made, a quiet fortress where no golden memory can fade. We will open up the cedar chest beneath the hall window pane, counting postcards that we carried home through every spring of rain, while the vinyl needle traces grooves of records nearly worn, finding all the tender promises we whispered before we were gray and torn. The pendulum swings easy in the twilight air. I will pour your cup and pull the wooden rocking chair. We will watch the dusk turn purple over rooftop tiles, holding 50 years together across 40,000 miles. Finished silver spoon rest by my tea. It holds no sugar now, just memory. My mother used to stir her bitter blend and tap the rim to signal time to end. I count the years by porcelain worn thin. Where does the story fade and when begin? The clock still ticks the afternoon away, while golden sunlight turns to slate and gray. The kitchen floor remembers how we danced before the heavy fog of time advanced. A simple tune whistled through the screen, the happiest days that I have ever seen. I count the years by porcelain worn thin. Where does the story fade and when begin? The clock still ticks the afternoon away, while golden sunlight turns to slate and gray. I reach across the wood to touch the past. Some moments are too delicate to last. Yet sitting here alone I find my peace, as quiet shadows give the room release. The spoon stays still beside the cooling cup. I fold my hands and gently lift them up. The evening comes to tuck the day to rest. Of all my years I love the quiet best. Distant taxi horn down the block. We used to count the coins to buy a Coke and watch the rusted hands upon the clock before our early laughter turned to smoke. Your favorite heavy coat still hangs behind the wooden door we painted navy blue. I wonder if you left it there to find when all the world was simple and was new. Old photographs are turning soft and brown. We walk these cracking sidewalks of the town. No heavy suitcase carried us apart, just time sliding gently through the heart. The milkman leaves a bottle at the door. I pour 2 cups the way we did before, and look across the empty kitchen chair see if you are sitting, waiting there. The afternoon is fading on the floor. I lock the wooden bolt upon the door. Until tomorrow brings the street lamp light, I whisper names into the quiet night.
The scent of toasted barley fills the lane, dusting the copper kettles on the stove. He counts the iron buttons on his coat and thinks of gravel roads they used to rove. A heavy wicker basket on her arm, 2 tickets crumpled in a cotton glove. They traded summer wages for a charm and left the valley seeking out above. An empty bench beside the grocery store, where autumn leaves would pile knee-deep and high. He tips his worn-out fedora to the door, while silent neighborhood pigeons flutter by. The butcher pulls the latch at 4:30 and hangs the leather sign to read close tight. A radio is playing down the floor with songs they dance to in the fading light. He traces silver patterns in the glass, where condensation blurs the fading street, and watches 50 years of seasons pass with slow and steady shuffling of his feet. The copper kettle cools upon the ring. He turns the heavy deadbolt in the lock and whispers to the quiet room till spring, while counting seconds on the kitchen clock. A single thought cuts sharply through the quiet hall before the wooden clock begins its 4-beat chime. The slanted beam of afternoon along the wall catches 1,000 dust motes drifting out of time. I see the hallway runner where you used to stand, with 2 brown paper bags balanced in your hand.
coastal turnpike down to Atlantic shore. You folded up the road map with a crease along the sea and rolled the window halfway down to share the breeze with me. The sunset threw our silhouette against the gravel lane before we ever learned to watch the summer turn to rain. The mantle holds your teacup from that seaside town, a faded cobalt rim with 3 small hairline cracks. Outside the frosted window pane, the dusk drops down while tires hiss softly on the wet asphalt tracks. I pull the knitted blanket higher on my knees, listening for footsteps in the maple trees. The spool of memory rewinds across the floor. We drove the coastal turnpike down to Atlantic shore. You folded up the road map with a crease along the sea and rolled the window halfway down to share the breeze with me. The sunset threw our silhouette against the gravel lane before we ever learned to watch the summer turn to rain. A passing headlight sweeps across the ceiling, plaster wide, illuminating every secret that we used to hide. For just 2 seconds in the glow, your laughter fills the room, dispelling all the chilly shadows and the quiet gloom. The headlight fades away into the avenue. I set the teacup down upon the saucer tray. The clock counts 4 more seconds in the gentle blue and keeps your gentle smile until the close of day.
Did the milk truck turn at 5 before the curtains blinked against the pane? A copper kettle whistling half alive above a blue enamel gas ring's flame. Old photographs curl slow inside a drawer where folded cotton smells of lavender. An apron hangs behind the pantry door, and nobody is coming back for her. Paper boys would whistle down the drive with heavy sacks of ink and newsprint grease. A world so loud and clumsy and alive that bought its daily 2-cent slice of peace. Old photographs curl slow inside a drawer where folded cotton smells of lavender. An apron hangs behind the pan street door, and nobody is coming back for her. Footsteps echo up the wooden stair, though all the boots are packed in cedar wood. I reach my hand to touch the empty air and find the autumn sitting where it stood. The tea is cool before the cup is put down on the oilcloth table by the wall. A sparrow lands upon the garden root, and evening lets the heavy shadows fall.
Reminds me of hours behind that door. You worried so much about getting it right, with ink-stained fingers laid into the night. You saved every ticket from every train, convinced that the distance was proof of pain. I wish I could tap on your window pane and tell you to stop hiding from the rain. Youth is a jacket that quickly grows small. You left all the windows wide open to fall. No map in your pocket, no coin in the cup, yet somehow you managed to carry it up. That blue woolen sweater has long since unraveled, along with the roads that we never traveled. You practiced your speeches in front of the glass, afraid that the moment would shatter and pass. Youth is a jacket that quickly grows small. You left all the windows wide open to fall. No map in your pocket, no coin in the cup, yet somehow you managed to carry it up. I sit in the kitchen and pour out the tea, toasting the ghost that you used to be. The room is so quiet, the evening is deep, and promises made are finally kept. afterglow falls heavy on the wood, where strangers sit the way old neighbors should. You fold your paper around the daily news and ask me if I mind the autumn blues. We share a table near the steaming urn, while waiting for the traffic lights to turn. Your woolen scarf is frayed around the hem, reminding me of things we lose. And then I thought I recognized your weathered hand across this crowded room in foreign land. You smiled and stirred your coffee black and sweet before the rain begins to flood the street. You trace a circle on the formica and speak of winters in America. I nod along and watch the cups align, your fleeting youth entangled here with mine. I thought I recognized your weathered hand across this crowded room in foreign land. You smiled and stirred your coffee black and sweet before the rain begins to flood the street. We never learned each other's given name, yet somehow every memory is the same. The whistle blows and calls you to your train. I fold my coat against the rising rain. Your empty seat stays warm against the chill and leaves a quiet space to dream our fill. You said the mailbox door was hanging loose again, a tiny click of zinc against the painted wood. I touched the iron latch where rust has settled in, and thought of how you fixed it when you understood. The calendar still shows the month of August leaves, although the winds outside have turned to autumn gray. A sparrow built a nest beneath the garage eaves, using the scraps of twine you left out yesterday. Old coats hang empty by the cellar stair. A stray dog pauses near the garden gate. I count the teacups sitting on the oak and wonder if the clock remembers how to wait. You're reading hands rest beside the silver lamp, folded neatly down upon the crossword page. The evening mist has made the window glass so damp, it blurs the snapshot tucked inside the yellowed age. Every floorboard has a voice I learned by heart, creaking softly when the heavy weather nears. Time is just a quiet room that drifts apart, measured out in kitchen, salt and passing years. I lock the wooden door and pull the heavy bolt. The porch light flickers once before it fades away. I hold your heavy coat against my resting hand and keep the quiet promise that you made to stay.
The faded wool of that winter coat still holds the shape of your narrow shoulder. I touch the cuff with a steady thumb and watch the empty room grow colder. 40 years of turning pages, drifting down the narrow hall. Now the dust motes catch the sunlight, dancing softly on the wall. We spent our nickels on cherry pies at the station, waiting for trains that carried us far from relation. You mended my trousers with blue cotton thread, while the neighbors were sleeping in quilts on the bed. A photograph tucked in a paperback book shows us smiling beside the water. You wore a ribbon of emerald green before the years brought grief and laughter. Time is a river that never runs backward, leaving us shells on the pebbled shore. Yet I still hear your footsteps climbing the timber, pausing a moment before the back door. We spent our nickels on cherry pies at the station, waiting for trains that carried us far from relation. You mended my trousers with blue cotton thread, while the neighbors were sleeping in quilts on the bed. The milk bottles rattle against the front stoop, just like they did when the century turned. I carry your letters inside of my pocket and keep up the fire that slowly has burned. I fold up the wool and I turn off the lamp, closing the book where your pressed flowers stay.
The copper number 3 keeps ticking through the wood on that tall standing clock we bought in our old town. I picture how we'll walk where yellow maples stood with slower, heavier shoes. As daylight settles down, you'll find your reading glasses resting on the shelf and tell the same old joke you made when we were young. The kettle starts to whistle low, a gentle sound from long ago. We will open up the cedar chest beneath the hall window pane, counting postcards that we carried home through every spring of rain, while the vinyl needle traces grooves of records nearly worn, finding all the tender promises we whispered before we were gray and torn. The silver number 8 will show upon the stove when dinner plates are washed and stacked beside the sink. We'll talk about the seaside road and shaded cove and pour sweet chamomile before we stop to think. Your hands will hold my fingers steady in the glow, remembering the dance halls where we used to run. The garden breeze will turn the shade of every sweet decision made. We will open up the cedar chest beneath the hall window pane, counting postcards that we carried home through every spring of rain, while the vinyl needle traces grooves of records nearly worn, finding all the tender promises we whispered before we were gray and torn. It feels so far away until tomorrow pulls us near, to live through all the ordinary seasons of the year, until the wrinkles round your eyes are maps of joy we made, a quiet fortress where no golden memory can fade. We will open up the cedar chest beneath the hall window pane, counting postcards that we carried home through every spring of rain, while the vinyl needle traces grooves of records nearly worn, finding all the tender promises we whispered before we were gray and torn. The pendulum swings easy in the twilight air. I will pour your cup and pull the wooden rocking chair. We will watch the dusk turn purple over rooftop tiles, holding 50 years together across 40,000